You're getting back in shape now. You've got a whole new attitude. To get the most from life, you know what you've got to do. Join the Cardiac Fitness Club now. Oh, the feeling can't be beat. Oh, no. And just a little exercise can get you right back on your feet. Oh, yeah.
Greetings, members of the Cardiac Fitness Association, members of the Cardiac Health Foundation of Canada, members of the cardiac rehab programs across our country, and anyone else tuning in. The Cardiac Health Foundation of Canada National Walk of Life is the primary fundraiser for many cardiac rehabilitation programs across Canada. It also serves as a link and connection of the cardiac rehab programs, providing a sense of solidarity among these programs and a realization they are not in this alone. With the National Walk of Life being virtual this year, many new challenges have been encountered. I would like to thank Dr. Paul O for his excellent opening presentation. A great deal of gratitude goes out to Christina for steering the ship through stormy seas, and to Leo Delzato and the board of the Cardiac Health Foundation of Canada for their unwavering long-term support of cardiac rehabilitation, not only in Toronto but across Canada. I must express my deepest heartfelt gratitude to our own Cardiac Fitness Association, chartered in 1980 by my early patients. Each successive board, supported by the devoted CFA members spanning 42 years, have allowed us to provide cutting-edge cardiac rehab services to the citizens, regardless of means, of Kitchener-Waterloo, Guelph, Cambridge, and surrounding area. The Cardiac Fitness Association, with its home in Breslau, just west of Kitchener, held its first fundraiser in 1980. It was called the CFA Walkathon. Raising just over $5,000 resulted in jubilation. The enthusiasm grew, and the rest is history. For the past 15 years, the CFA has joined in the National Walk of Life in Toronto, and then having our own walk at the Breslau Clinic in mid-June. Getting to Toronto was often challenging, with many of our patients being older and not keen on a trip to the big city. This year, with a virtual national walk, many more of our patients were able to join in. I encourage all who participated to tally your name using the CFA email address supplied in the clinic email newsletter, preferably by June 10th. Remember, this is a time not only for fundraising, but also a time to spread the word about the improved lifestyle changes we stand for, the healthy diet we espouse, and the miraculous potential of regular exercise. Our own walk is planned for usual cardiac class times at the Ontario Aerobic Centre on September 14th, 15th, and 16th. If the virus prevents this, we will also have a virtual walk. Those of us working in cardiac rehabilitation are used to challenges, mostly relating to fundraising. The challenges this year strike at the core of our being. What makes our program unique is the individual weekly ECG monitoring that each patient is reassured by, the weekly group support sessions so much appreciated and needed by so many patients, and the weekly cardiac lectures, giving each patient the knowledge base needed to power their way through the challenging lifestyle changes. All of these treasured components of our weekly program require very close proximity to staff, as they monitor each exercise ECG from only inches from the patient, and also proximity to fellow patients during the weekly lectures and the group support sessions. To say that we have been devastated for 4 months by COVID-19 would be an understatement. At this time, I would like to divert your attention away from COVID-19 and away from our present challenges. I would like to pay tribute to a man without whom I would not be addressing you today, without whom you would not likely be contemplating the fundraising challenges we are facing, without whom many of you would not be living the life you live. A year and a half ago, I was honored to be asked to present a tribute at the memorial service of Dr. Terence Kavanagh. In the beginning, there was a bleak prognosis for heart patients. Initial total bed rest, condemned to a sedentary existence, life as they knew it being over. In the end, there was a remarkable and shocking metamorphosis, a transition from crippledom to a state of physical achievement and often athleticism beyond anything imagined. Sandwiched between the beginning and the end is a saga of courage and confidence, talent and nerve, advance and setback, innovation and error, spirits high and spirits low, foresight and hindsight, and the sense of adventure that prods every step into the unknown. Sandwiched between is the Terry Kavanagh story. For me personally, Terry Kavanagh had the most profound impact imaginable. With a residency in cardiology soon to commence, I attended the first symposium in cardiac rehabilitation hosted by Dr. Kavanagh at the Prince Hotel in Toronto in 1976. At the hospital where I was interning, no one had ever heard of Dr. Terry Kavanagh, nor of cardiac rehabilitation. Whatever it was, I hoped it might be useful in my future practice in cardiology. To say that I was captivated was an understatement. The presentations and the presenters, none of whom I had ever heard of before, held me in a powerful grip, a grip that to this day has not been released. Soon thereafter, I met with Dr. Kavanagh to explore the possibility of me practicing in this exciting field. He warned me of the downside of entering a medical field of practice that did not have a specialty designation. As a fearless young medical graduate, the uncertainty and the challenge enticed me, and Dr. Kavanagh's sincere encouragement sealed the deal. I became his first clinical fellow. As I trained with him, Dr. Kavanagh proved to be an exceptional teacher, mentor, and friend. As I attended my first American College of Sports Medicine annual meeting in 1977 in Chicago, I learned that he made everyone around him feel respected and happy to be in his presence. For all who knew him, they would all agree, Dr. Kavanagh, affectionately known by those around him as TK, was a fun guy. On a more serious note, Dr. Kavanagh had exceptional foresight and conviction. In a world full of bosses, he was a true leader. He commanded the respect of international experts in cardiology, exercise physiology, and literally all disciplines he came in contact with. He was a humble man, a man who endeared himself to both patients and staff alike. He transformed the field of cardiac rehabilitation from its infancy, when many still labeled it as malpractice, to one of the most vital and important fields of medical work. The contribution to the world made by Dr. Terence Kavanagh is immense. This year marks the 52nd anniversary of Dr. Kavanagh starting his work with heart patients. It marks my 42nd anniversary of starting my practice in cardiac rehabilitation. Without Dr. Kavanagh's initial spark, and then his ongoing mentorship, support, and encouragement, this would never have happened. His impact on my life was monumental. On the grander scale, his impact on the lives of literally millions of heart patients and their families has been and continues to be massive. A carpenter uses a hammer. A physician uses a prescription pad. A surgeon uses a knife. Terry Kavanagh taught me to use a new tool, a different tool, a powerful tool. A tool to change the mindset and the life focus of our patients. In a world where movement is no longer required, Terry led the way in emphasizing the importance of physical exercise in prevention and in getting our heart patients back to a lifestyle they would not have dreamed possible. Thank you, Dr. Kavanagh. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Terry.
You're getting back in shape now. You got a whole new